Hello folks, Zach Murray back again, and I am making my Gringo Supremo Salsa. Uh, my Hispanic in-laws taught me how to make real, authentic salsa, and I put my little twist on it, and so I'll show you how I'm going to do it. It's 3 steps, really. You're just going to put all the raw ingredients in, and I'll give you a list here soon. Let them boil for a little bit, and then you blend it. Let it boil again a little bit once it's blended, and you're done. So we're going to start with a whole onion, and this is peeled and cut in quarters. I do an entire clove of garlic, and it's peeled. And folks, this is a super easy recipe. Can I get the knife, please? This is a super easy recipe. It is not hard or special at all. I'm going to take 6 serrano peppers, and all I'm going to do is just cut the ends off, just the stem. And I leave seeds and everything in there. And my lovely wife has already washed all these. Make sure to wash your veggies before you cook them. So far we have 1 whole jalapeno, 6 serranos. We're going to do 1 whole jalapeno. I like doing the jalapeno just for the flavor. And then we're going to do 8 medium-sized tomatoes. And I only cut the stem side off just barely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alrighty, then I'm gonna fill it with enough water to just cover about a little over a half. But you want it about like that because we're gonna strain the vegetables out after we let it boil for a little bit. So I'm going to put the heat. I don't ever put it on high because you don't want to singe the bottom, get it all burnt. You want it to heat pretty evenly. So I'll put it about medium high and cover lightly. Leave it for room for a little bit of steam. And I'll see y'all in about 5-10 minutes. Alrighty, so we've been having this boil for somewhere between like 5 and 10 minutes. So I'm going to turn off the stove. I don't really have a set time because every stove is different, but I'm telling you, this is crazy simple. You really can't mess it up too much. Basically, what you're looking for is the skin on the tomatoes to kind of look like it's like peeling or falling off. If you boil it a little bit less or a little bit more, you're fine. So what I'm going to do is use our blender here, and I'm going to remove the ingredients and put them in the blender little by little. It's going to take up way less room as soon as the second you blend it. So if you need to stuff it in there a little bit, that is fine. Alrighty. And then you're going to take, where you can see it better. If it's about this full with ingredients, you're going to want to put about that much water in. And less is more, because you can always, just like salt, you can always add more water. You can't take it out. So I'll start with about that much water and blend it, and I'll see if I like the consistency. That's pretty good. And again, you can tweak this to your preference. If you want it less spicy, just put less serranos in it. If you want it thicker, put less water in it. It's whatever you prefer, but this is probably my 20th time making it, and I like it a lot. So I'm going to blend it up right quick. Whole handful like that. I cut the stems off. Boom. Throw that in there. This is super simple, folks. All right. And then I do... So I'll do 1.5 of these. If you want to do more or less, it's up to you. I'll bring these over here. If you don't have one of these little citrus squeezers, buy one. We're going to make Amazon rich over here, right, y'all? All right, and a half. All right, the last thing is the secret ingredient I will share with y'all. My uncle introduced me to this Fiesta brand, Fajita Seasoning, about almost 10 years ago now, and I've been hooked. It's good on eggs, chicken, beef, pork, salsa. It's good on everything. And I'm gonna put 4 of these small spoons in here. It's not really a teaspoon. It's not a tablespoon. I would say it's probably closer to a tablespoon. And I'll put 4 of them in there before I blend it. That way the blender can do the hard work for me. And 4. We'll turn this bad boy on. When you're doing this, these ingredients are really hot. You will blow your blender up. So leave your flapper open because we don't want anybody blowing up, right? All right, so we'll hit power and we'll just give it a couple little shakes here. All right, and that should be more than enough. So we'll give it a quick little, yeah, the texture looks pretty good. We'll give it a preliminary little taste test here. Yeah, that's good. Put just a little bit of oil in the pan. I'd say probably like at least 1 tablespoon, maybe closer to 2. Okay, I'm gonna pour all this back in here. And I'll use one of these little silicone edge spatulas to get all the goodness out. Get that all in there. All right, that should be about good. And then we're going to turn it back on to medium-high. Just until you start to see the salsa just boil lightly. And then to turn it off and we're done. It should only take, because the ingredients are still pretty hot, it should only take like a minute or 2. And when it starts boiling, maybe stir it just like a couple times. But technically you could be done right now if you wanted. We got some jars. We're going to put this in. See, I made it just in the nick of time. We're almost out. So you can see now it's getting a really light boil. So I'll just give it a couple of stirs. And we're good here. I'm going to go turn it off and transfer it to a mason jar. And this is a oh, there's a quart or a pint. I will tell you how much this yielded at the end, but usually for our household of 2 with guests on the weekends, this amount of salsa usually lasts about 2 weeks. I enjoy spicy food. On a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being a bell pepper and 10 being, you know, Carolina Reaper, I'd say this is like a 7 on the first day, maybe a 7.5 at most. But after it's sat in the fridge overnight, it really gets down to about a 6, 6.5. So it's got a kick to it, but it's very edible. We're going to pour this back in the jar here. Top this one off, and that's it. We'll get that last little bit of goodness in there. Done deal. So, I like this a lot because it's wonderful on eggs and tacos. It's similar to like a cantina or a Mexican restaurant style salsa when you go sit at when they give you the chips and salsa. It's crazy cheap. It lasts a long time. And I love it, and everyone I've shared it with has liked it too. So hopefully y'all like it. If I did anything wrong, let me know. I'm sure y'all will. Otherwise, I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.